one of the old liberation movements in South Africa, AZAPO, whose ideology was heavily influenced by the ideas of Stephen Bantu Biko, was established 46 years ago. Just like many other political formations, it was banned by the intolerant apartheid regime and forced to operate underground during the struggle years. Its electoral support has been dwindling ever since it contested its first elections. Hoping to change its fortunes this time around, this Black Consciousness Movement Party has put up 7 billboards throughout the country ahead of the May 29 polls. But less than 24 hours after putting up this billboard in the Johannesburg CBD, it has been torn apart.
There are political forces in this country who think they own this country, who think they own this democracy, who think they own the governance of this country, who think they own the people of this country. And then that has brought about political intolerance that brings about things like this, because the people, the followers of those political forces think that it is only them, who own the sky, who owns the air, who owns the oxygen.
Qekema says this is a sign of lack of respect for the democratic processes in the country.
The electoral thuggery that has taken place here is not an attack against AZAPO alone, but against the entire electoral democracy.
He further said he's not surprised by this act and argues that the election system in the country is questionable.
When the elections end, the term ends and there's a new election. When that election begins, it begins with the strongest of the political parties, the biggest of the political parties, and the wealthiest of the political parties just next to the finishing lines. And organizations like AZAPO, they are not even at the starting point. They are 100 meters behind the starting point. Not only that, but they are shackled. They are all their limbs. That is the type of democracy that you get.
The Azanian People's Organization is set to hold its election manifesto launch next week Sunday in Bekkersdal in the West Rand. Nhlanhla Kgatlana, SABC News, Johannesburg.